everyone. I'm Terry Bruner. I'm the director of the city's Metropolitan Redevelopment Agency. I'd like to welcome you all to today's event to talk about our new Menaul Metropolitan Redevelopment Area Plan. The Metropolitan Redevelopment Agency at the City of Albuquerque is a really unique agency that looks at revitalizing blighted areas and providing incentives like property tax abatement and fee waivers and direct contributions to projects across the city. We have about 22 of those metropolitan redevelopment areas, and they're really important to revitalizing Albuquerque. This particular metropolitan redevelopment area runs along Menaul Boulevard here, basically from the freeway up to the diversion canal, from the other freeway a few blocks in from Menaul, and we're excited because this is an area that's long gone unnoticed in redevelopment efforts. There's a lot of opportunity here to get it moving again, and it gets a lot of traffic from folks coming to Albuquerque, so there's opportunities here for hotels and restaurants and other activities, and hopefully more housing for people to work and live and play here in the Menaul area. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to our mayor, Tim Keller, who's here to talk a little bit more about the plan.
Thanks. All right, well, good morning, everyone, and a couple of things. First, we're here to sign this piece of legislation, and we're very excited to be here with members of the community and our city councilor who drafted this. And a couple of things about Menaul. You know, randomly, I did find one Facebook page that celebrates Menaul. So just as an aside, there are some Menaul fans out there. But look, this is a area of town that, you know, has been especially sort of hit hard by whether it's poverty or challenges with businesses or look, challenges with crime and even vagrancy. And it does have to do certainly with some of the things that Terry mentioned with respect to its proximity to the interstates and so forth. However, the situation is in some ways stabilized in that we haven't seen sort of additional closings since this one behind me, but we also know that with sort of the hope that comes with this MRA and also some of the different things we're doing on the APD side with respect to hotels, we're hoping actually this is the right time to set up this incentive structure through the MRA. Now, Metropolitan Redevelopment, as Terry mentioned, it's an extremely important program. Every business owner will tell you the number one thing the city does, the most impactful thing, is the Metropolitan Redevelopment Program. So by extension, Terry Bruner, Director Bruner, he's got a really tough job, but a fun one. It's literally about rebuilding Albuquerque. That's why you see him involved in the rail trail. You see him involved in the university area Metropolitan Redevelopment. You see him out on the west side working on the Etrisco Heritage, and now out here in Menaul. So he and his team are doing a really, really good job, and we're excited that we can invest more in Metropolitan Redevelopment. Second thing is, we haven't really gone into it, but we went up to the state legislature and passed a law that sort of triples down on the amount of financial incentives that people can get. It allows them to draw sort of more tax revenue to use for development. So this is a real tool. This is the most powerful tool the city of Albuquerque has for development, and now it's applicable right here in this portion of Menaul. Now, I think I'd mention just a couple of other things. You know, I was thinking back to what this used to look like. I remember after the last track meet I ever ran, which was in 8th grade because I got cut from the high school team, we went right here after, and it was an amazing memory. And so ever since then, it's been a slow decline down on Menaul. And so hopefully this is going to reverse that. And I also think that it's important that folks know, even if you don't visit Menaul like every day, we don't think of it in terms of restaurants and so forth, but there actually are a lot of good restaurants here. But there is a new brewery here. There's like a kind of legendary coffee shop up the street. There are some anchors that haven't left. And the most important thing we did was get rid of the strip mall that was it was catty corner that way on University and Menaul. That was a huge hotbed for crime. And a couple of years ago, with help from all sorts of folks, council and code ordinance, we did work with the owners to essentially, now it's a Maverick gas station. But that has been the biggest change in this area for sure. So going forward, we appreciate the work on this by the community members that are here. And so the Menaul Business Coalition has done a great job fighting for this. And they've done a great job wrangling their past city councilor and now current city councilor to sort of finish the job. So I want to introduce Councilor Feeblecorn, who got this across the finish line and is very dedicated to this community out here in Menaul. Councilor?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thanks everybody for being here. I am so excited about this project. This part of town has such potential. 20 years ago, this was the place to go on Friday afternoons, and we're going to make it that way again. I see this as a place to live, work, and play, where we can have lots of folks walking around, driving around, bicycling around. We're just south of the brewery district, and we're going to see that trickling down to this way. So I'm really excited about the potential here. I'm excited that there's been quite a bit of interest from developers, and the current business owners and workers here have been involved in this process for the last 2.5 years. There are some of these folks that have been at every single meeting, which says that there is real investment in this project by the businesses in this area. And as long as they're invested, the city's going to be invested, and we're going to make sure that this becomes something good for everyone in our community. So thank you to Director Bruner. I wanted to thank Jackie Fishman with Consensus Planning, and I definitely want to thank my predecessor, Councilor Gibson, who got this all started. So with that, I'll turn it back over to the mayor for signing.
Awesome. Yeah, Terry, did you want to add anything else? Leftovers?
Yeah.
There we go. Yep.
So just to close it out, to tell you a little bit about what we can do in this area, we're talking about mitigating some of the unsafe conditions in buildings like the one you have behind us, the former Range Cafe. This is a building that currently, people can't go into it. It's unsafe. It needs a rehab. So we're interested in property owners that want to take advantage of our incentives and take on a project like this to rehab this building and get it activated again. Also looking at anything that expands economic vibrancy of the area. And, we have, as mentioned, great businesses that are anchors here that we can really grow on and expand upon and get this area moving. Finally, placemaking is big in this plan. How do we, make the Menaul area, like the councilor just said, a place to go on Friday nights or a place to live and work and play? Those are all important. So we're looking forward. We hope businesses will call us, property owners, people interested in building things. We'll contact the Metropolitan Redevelopment Agency, look us up, and see if we can work with you to get things going. We're excited about the potential for this area. Again, we want to thank the Menaul Coalition, and particularly Joni Jones from the Crown Plaza, who is really at every single meeting providing input. And we're excited again to take on this project. So with that, I'll hand it over to the mayor for signing.
Okay, and while we do this, just a note too, we do need private developers. So the way MRA works is they can do some landscaping, they can sort of buy and hold properties, but at the end of the day, we need folks to join into that. And so that's really also, want to put out the notice. We're looking for business partners out here. All right, so let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this one off here. So what we're gonna do, we do have to make sure to get this to Ethan, by the way. So as a heads up, got to get the clerk on there. So, okay, we have some, also some fun pens for the folks who helped. It's a nice tradition. So we'll give those to folks too. And we're excited to restart Menaul. Thanks so much. Okay. So, you guys want some fun signing cards?
Thank you. Yes, I do.
Nice.
But I'm
You racking them up?
this to Joe.
Sure. Yeah. They look nice, but they're very. Yeah, on purpose.
On that note, I'm going to give this to Joni as a thank you for 2.5 years of work.
Well, every time I try to use them, I'm like, oh.